see if we can also share this with our YouTube audience. So thank you again for being here. This is Doctor's Orders, and I may have to repeat myself once we get started on YouTube. Okay. There we go. I think we are live. So we're going to get started. Thank you so much for joining us. I'm just letting anyone who's joining us today know that we are also live on YouTube. And this is Doctor's Orders. I am Coach Carla Joy, and I'm so excited that you're here with me this evening. So I'm going to share my screen and get started on the information that I would like to share with you today. And as I'm looking for it, I'm realizing that I'm not finding my, I'm not finding what I'm looking for, but we're going to work on it. And in the interim, while I'm doing that, I want to let you guys know a little bit about myself. We're here every Friday night talking about health concerns that people might have. So if you have health concerns, this is a wonderful place talking about those health concerns. And we're here. I'm just trying to pull up my slides, and I am having just a little challenge with this. So hopefully, okay, let's see. I'm trying to get to a different slide, and I'm just having a little technical difficulty here. Right. So we're gonna stop share and try that again. Thank you for your patience. And I guess it just shows that
we lost Carla.
Yeah. And it says I am now the host.
Yep, you're it. Start talking, girl.
Here she comes. Oh no, that's Charlotte.
Yep, that's Charlotte. Hi, Charlotte.
Carla and let her know that we no longer have her.
I think by now she should figure it out, but I will call her. Da, 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 da.
Here she is. We can't hear you.
You're muted.
thank you, everyone. So glad that you joined us this evening. This is Coach Carla Joy, and we're here on Doctor's Orders. And we just had a lovely little experience. We tried to go live on YouTube, and Zoom crashed. And so we're going to
Excuse me, according to this, is recording live.
Okay. Yes, it is recording, and and maybe YouTube is still live too. So we'll see. And if you're seeing us out there in YouTube land. Hello, this is Coach Carla Joy, and here are some of my best buddies, and we're all here to talk about health. Now, in doctor's orders, we often present information that your doctor would want you to know. Your doctor may want the information that we share. It's not to replace conversations with your physician. And we want to share this information with you so that you can have a conversation with your physician about your health. And I'm going to try to share my screen again and see if I can do that. Okay. Let's see what happens this time. So once again, I want to thank you for joining us, and I'm going to try to share some information that is helpful for you. Now, I don't know about you, but many of us know what we need to do to maintain our health, but that doesn't mean we always do it. And some of us would just love to have a proven strategy, but we'd also want some support in getting it done. So here are some strategies. Time blocking and scheduling and even setting alarms. These are things that can help us once we've identified our goals. You know, things don't happen unless they get scheduled. So time blocking, scheduling, and putting up alarms can also be helpful. Then getting a buddy and making things easier to do than not do. So for example, I got started, a restart on my exercise journey, and I made sure that my sneakers are in my car and I have a change of gym clothes in the car so that I have no excuses for not actually going from the car into the gym. So I'm making it easier to do than not to do. And when it comes to nourishing ourselves, one of the things that people talk about is the amount of time it takes to prepare meals. Well, one of the things that we've learned to do, and our famous chef, plant-based chef, Karen Carlisle, talks to us about batch cooking. You cook once and you eat several times. So you can also be creative. You can, if many of us, especially during this season, have a lot of events we have to go to, and we're not always sure whether what's going to be served is going to be within what's best for us at this time. And so you can be creative and eat before you go. So you actually get to eat before you eat, and that way you're less tempted to eat things that aren't really good for you. And of course, get a coach. As your coach, I want to introduce you to a fabulous program. So if you're ready for a nutrition reset or restart, I'd like you to take a screenshot of the information that's on the slide right now. This video by Dr. Mitra Ray, she's a research biochemist. She explains a program that we call the Shred 10. Now, for many people, they think, oh, program, oh my gosh, it's going to cost a lot. Well, this is a free program, and we're actually starting one next week. So we'll talk a little bit about that. And the person who invited you to this presentation can also invite you into the Healthy Living Revolution, hashtag One Simple Change Facebook group. And if you are interested in really going on a journey of health, I can also invite you to my Facebook group, Journey to Abiding Health. So this year, we partnered with a company that has a really long history, over 30 years of focusing on helping people get healthy. You may have heard about the Juice Plus company, and I'll speak with you a little later about the Juice Plus products. But the Juice Plus company has been around for more than 30 years, and we have our founder, Jay Martin, is interested in inspiring healthy living around the world, and that's our actual motto. And so after introducing the Juice Plus products some 30 years ago, we have partnered with this company because they have such a great reputation. This is the OG of whole food plant powders. And as I said, I'll talk to you a little bit more about that. But the program that we're talking about is called the Shred 10. This is a lifestyle program. It contains guidelines, group coaching, free e-resources, cookbooks, support, and fun. And the reason we call it Shred 10 is because we want to shred the food, toxin, and habits that are not serving us. And the best way to do that is to add things to what we're doing. So this is a clean eating 10-day jumpstart. It's not a diet. We usually do it the first week of every month, but we're starting on the 8th of this month. So you still have time to order your supplies, to connect with the person who invited you so that you can be invited into the Facebook groups, and to get your Shred 10 guide. Because in the guide, you'll see there's information that can help you get ready. Well, what about these guidelines? What are the guidelines that I'm talking about? We have 10 guidelines, add more plant foods, and we can help you with that using the Juice Plus products, which we'll talk about in a minute. Add a complete shake a day, and that is one of the Juice Plus products. Guideline number 3 is drink plenty of water. Guideline number 4, take 10 deep breaths at different times during the day and get 7 to 8 hours of sleep daily. Guideline number 5 is exercise most days. And if you've been following me, you know I am doing my restart of my exercise program. The next guidelines include reducing and eliminating caffeine and alcohol, eating after 6 p.m., and eating processed foods. And then we highly recommend that you eliminate dairy and gluten and artificial and refined sugars. So what can we expect from this program? I'm glad you asked. The research shows that with this program, you can expect improved recovery from exercise, reduced inflammation, improved skin health, reduced sick days, improved cardiovascular function, improved gum health, improved antioxidant status, promote more lean mass, and reduce abdominal fat. Who'd like to sign up for any of these? Okay. So what does the Shred journey look like? You can start off by ordering your Juice Plus Shred 10 package. That would be the fruits, vegetables, berries, the omegas, and the complete shakes. You can ask the person who invited you. We'll talk about what's included in these packages. And you can ask the person who invited you to help you place your order. Then you'll receive the Shred guide. And the video that I alluded to earlier, you'll watch the Daily Detox with Shred 10 by Dr. Mitra Ray. She's a research biochemist, and she explains what is happening in our bodies and why adding fruits and vegetables, flooding your body with fruits and vegetables makes such a big difference in your body and how your body functions, and allows your body to do what it does naturally, which is detoxify itself. Then you'll be added to the Facebook group, then that gives you the support. You know, for a program to work, I think of a triangle. You need step-by-step instructions, and that's what you're going to get in the Shred guide. You need support, and that's what you're going to get in the support group. And then you need accountability, and that's what the friend who invited you to this presentation will provide for you. You'll do the Shred 10, which will be 10 days. And at the end, you'll receive this prize for finishing your Shred 10. And then we'll encourage you to live it. We encourage you to either join us again at the beginning of every month as we do the Shred, or you can just keep doing the Shred. Make it your lifestyle. And of course, share it with others. When you found something that is amazing, I don't know about you, but I like to share it with others. So for 2024, as I said, we're partnering with the Juice Plus company. When you place your Juice Plus order, the essential capsules, either the fruit, vegetables, and berries, or the fruit, vegetable, berries, and omega, you will get 20 free complete shakes. Or you can sponsor a child for our Fresh Starts for Families program. And we'll mention more about that in a moment. Okay. So the benefits of the Shred 10 challenge. You'll get exposure, of course, to our amazing Juice Plus products, the amazing community. You already know the person who invited you, but then you get to share time with the rest of us. And because our company incorporates medical professionals of many different types, you'll be invited to presentations every Monday night and sometimes on Tuesdays and Wednesdays, where medical professionals share quality information and their experience and research, and share with us what happens with their patients when they get started. You get exposed to realistic outcomes. There's no one here trying to give you any false expectations. The expectations that we describe are based on the research. This is what the research says. And then you get to start on a new set of lifestyle transforming habits, but you get to do it one simple change at a time. We're not trying to overwhelm you. You know, one of the things about being overwhelmed, I like to use the jigsaw puzzle analogy. If I bought a 2,500 piece jigsaw puzzle and threw the contents of the puzzle box onto the table in front of you, it could be a little intimidating, right? So what do you do with that? You sort. You may sort based on the shape of the pieces. Maybe they have edges and you put all the edges on one side, all the blues, the greens, the yellows. So you sort. And then you prioritize. You decide which one you're going to work with, and then you schedule it and you work through it one piece at a time. So we don't want to overwhelm you. We want to give you the 10 guidelines, and you get to choose which guidelines you'll be working on. You also get exposure to health education. We'll be going over the 6 pillars of health as we go through the Shred 10 this coming, starting on Monday. You'll be introduced to the Juice Plus compensation plan and business opportunity if that's something that you're looking for. And let me tell you why Juice Plus products are so powerful and why we're so committed to sharing them with you at the beginning of this next Shred 10. Now, you look at the image on the left, and I don't know about you, but this is the way I used to eat. And if that's the way you still eat, then I want you to know that we can help you bridge the gap between what you probably eat and what you should eat. How many know that the CDC recommends and the Heart Association recommends about 3 to 5 servings of fruits and vegetables a day? Great, I see those hands. Thank you. Did you know that according to the CDC, less than 5% of Americans are actually eating 3 to 5 servings of fruits and vegetables every day? And I don't mean to frighten anyone, but what we really need is not 3 to 5. It's 7 to 13. So Juice Plus helps to bridge the gap between what you're actually eating, what you're aiming for, and helps give you that support. Now, it's not about treating or curing specific conditions or diseases. It's simply healthy plant-based nutrition that's highly concentrated into capsules to give that nutritional punch. And it's supported by over 25 years of independent clinical research. Everyone's experience must vary because everyone is different. We're not different anatomically, most of us, because I may have had a surgery, so there might be a part of my body missing if I had my appendix out, or but anatomically we're the same, but experientially we're different. And so where I'm starting and where you're starting may be different. But the support that we have and the confidence that we have is based on gold standard research, double blind, placebo controlled research. I mean, you'll know if you're eating broccoli most of the time, right? So the best way to have a double blind, placebo controlled research with food is to actually put it in capsules. And so the Juice Plus is placed in capsules, and these independent researchers in hospitals, they look at the research. We don't control the outcomes of the research. They just share it with us. And look at some of the places: King's College, England, University of Cambridge, University of Florida, University of Toronto, University of Texas, MD Anderson, and the list goes on. So what are the results that we can rely on? And what are the results that have attracted thousands of doctors who, they tend to be skeptical. I know, I went to school with many of them. So what does the research show? Number one, the health powders are absorbed into the body. The body recognizes it and uses it. It actually reduces oxidative stress. This is what the data shows. It helps maintain healthy DNA, supports the immune system, supports healthy skin and gums, lung function, contributes to cardiovascular wellness, supports healthy inflammatory response, supports quality of life. And let's be honest, we don't just want longevity, we want quality of life as well. And it supports healthy cholesterol, LDL, and triglyceride metabolism. Dr. Richard Dubois, he's no longer with us, but he said he was a famous infectious disease doctor in Atlanta, said, there's nothing else available any place in the world, with or without a prescription, that has been clinically proven to do what Juice Plus has been proven to do. And that's why we are so confident in sharing, because we know that this is the real deal. And this company is such a company of heart. They want to have the younger generation have a better chance. I don't know if you know the statistics, but a large number of our kids are sicker than they used to be. They are missing more school. They are experiencing conditions that weren't common 25, 30 years ago. And this company is offering an opportunity for every adult that gets started on this healthy living journey. And you can do that during the Shred 10. Well, you can sponsor a child from the age of 4 years old up through 25 years of age. So what does the research show with the kids who have been sponsored like this? 60% were missing fewer days at school, 71% were drinking more water, 71% were consuming less fast foods. But here's the thing. They were eating more fruits and vegetables, and they were visiting the doctor less. So, I mean, this is real data, and this gives us such a feeling of making a difference, and you too can make a difference. So now it's time to say, well, what is the Juice Plus? So it is 30 fruits and vegetables that have been grown in the best conditions, minimal, without herbicides and pesticides. They have been grown until they reach the peak of ripeness. And so they have all the nutrients, because the nutrient content increases during that ripening phase. And when they're fully ripe, they're picked, flash frozen, and crushed and made into a slurry and concentrated into powders and put in a plant-based capsule. So it's actual food. You know, the peel of the orange, the seeds of the orange, they all go in together. It's not a multivitamin. A multivitamin is isolated, extracted, single compounds that are very often synthesized in a lab. What we're talking about is taking the whole fruit, the whole berry, the whole orange, and crushing it and putting it as a powder into a capsule. So it's made with non-GMO ingredients. It's vegan, kosher, dairy, and gluten-free. Now, if that was all, that would be amazing. But we have a third party coming in and batch testing. The NSF makes sure that what's on the label is actually in the capsules and that there's nothing in the capsule that shouldn't be there. It's also the most researched brand name nutritional product in the world. So you have 10 fruit in the fruit blend, 10 vegetables in the vegetable blend, and 10 berries in the berry blend. But we also went further to introduce a plant-based omega. We know that many people are concerned about the omega fats and whether or not they're getting the right ones. But did you know that fish oil comes from fish, but the omegas in the fish oil weren't made by the fish. They were actually made by the algae that the fish ate, and they're concentrated in the flesh of the fish, but also concentrated in the flesh of the fish are the toxins that they were swimming in the water where they lived. So we bypassed the middle fish and we went to the algae and 5 other plant sources so that you can get not just omega-3, but omega-3, 5, 6, 7, and 9, a full spectrum as they occur in those plant sources. And the complete shake is vegan. It is non-GMO. It has 13 grams of protein, 8 grams of fiber, made with broccoli sprouts, radish sprouts, quinoa, amaranth, and it contains mushrooms. So where you have in the packet of complete shake, not just a protein powder, and it's completely plant-based, but it also contains these vegetables and grains so that you have a rich fiber source that is low glycemic because the fiber keeps the fiber with the normal sugars that occur with these plants. They're all bound together and you don't experience those great peaks and troughs that you often get from energy drinks or other shakes. For those of you who are athletic, we also introduced the Juice Plus Perform. This has a little more protein, 25 grams of protein, which is the research shows helps with muscle growth, it's energy production, mental performance, bone health, and muscle recovery. And we also have a tower garden, a place where you can grow your own fruits and vegetables as long as it doesn't have a hardy root or thick stem. So on these tower garden, you can have one for indoors and one for outdoors. We have indoor lights that you can use, and you can grow 20 to 30 plants, depending on which version you have. Ask the person who invited you, because tomorrow evening you'll have an opportunity to hear stories from people who are growing their fruits and vegetables on their towers. I want to remind you once again of the SHRED guidelines. Here they are. Take a look at that and maybe you can take a snapshot of it. Now, keep in mind, you don't have to do all 10 at the same time. Again, we don't want to overwhelm you, but you can choose which ones you want to focus on. So type in the chat 1 or 2 of the ones that you want to focus on. I'm going to be focusing on my exercising most days and not eating processed foods. I also want to invite you to our Paget Welcome Zoom. Now, this is usually on the first Saturday, but we're inviting you this Saturday because because this is going to be a great time for us to be together. So the shred starts on July the 8th, and you'll have time to order your supplies, join the Facebook group, and get your Shred 10 guide, speak to the person who invited you. And once the shred is over, we want to encourage you to keep living the guidelines. You can choose which ones you want to focus on. Again, one simple change at a time, but take a picture of this slide so that you can keep this as a motivator once you've completed the shred. So we also want to offer you as a bonus a 5-day program to review all the information about how to impact your current health goals or goals that you have in other areas of your life. So you just take a screenshot of this invitation where you can get access to this free 5-day challenge that is available for you. Or you can just text me or call me at that number and I'll get you signed up for that. So this is an opportunity if you want to ask questions that and I will be happy to answer them. And I also want to thank all of you for hanging with me today and see if you have any questions. I'll be here to answer them for you. And I have a few questions for you as well. And let me see how I can stop both the recording here and the YouTube live. Let's see. We took the opportunity to get started, but we don't know how to make it stop. Okay. Well, while we're doing that, if you have any questions about the Shred 10, this would be a great opportunity for you to ask those questions.
I have a question.
Okay.
So when you do the Shred 10, to get the startup kit or the I forgot what the stuff you need to do the Shred 10, where do you get it from or whom do you get it from?
That's a great question. Thank you so much. So the person who invited you will be happy to help you get your Shred 10, make your Shred 10 purchases. So if you just give me a second, I'm working on something. I'm trying to see if I can stop the recording. Can't see it, folks. That's awesome. Can anybody help me?
Is it possible to come all the way out and then come back in?
I don't know. I see the recording, but I can't control it. Okay, so I'll try that. But I think it's continued recording when I did that before, didn't it, Deborah?
So you started the recording before you started live stream.
Yes. And
So
when
there
I
should be
came
a button
back,
that says stop recording.
what's that?
There should be a button that says stop recording.
I'm not seeing it.
Do you see a button that says record?
I see a button that says recording, but it's not letting me stop it.
Oh. Okay.
No. Yes, so let me go back to the question. Where do you get the supplies? The person who invited you will be able to help you get your supplies and your Shred 10 guide. And of course, I will be available to also help you do that. Any other questions? Can't find it. I've looked several times.
Maybe where there's a little button at the bottom that says more. You see what it says,
Yes,
hit that.
yes.
Try host screen, host tool.
See what it says record and not record. No, okay.
It says request host start cloud recording, but then it's already recording.
Hmm.
So
We may have to leave and come back.
yes. So I'm gonna try to leave, but I think it's still gonna continue.
Okay. Have a good night.
All right, folks, I do not know how to stop it. So we would all, I guess we'd have to,
All leave in the meeting.
yes, because it's still live streaming on YouTube
Yes.
and it's still recording, and nothing that I hit is making any changes.
Why don't we just all come out and then come back in?
We can try.
Okay.
All right. See you in a few.
Bye-bye. See you on the other side.